Hi family! So this video we are going to practice classifying matter. If you are still struggling with what an element or a compound is or with what heterogeneous versus homogeneous is, you should watch those videos first because otherwise what we talk about here isn't going to make sense. But once you watch those videos and you feel good and you just kind of want a walkthrough, then that's what this is going to be. So when we look at substances, we need to classify them first as either a pure substance or a mixture. We know that pure substances are elements and compounds. And so you can kind of like, there's kind of three main categories: pure substance, elements, mixtures. Oh my gosh, no wait. Elements, compounds, mixtures, and then we can further classify mixtures. But pure substances are really easy to identify because you're going to have one thing and it's going to have one name, and whatever it's made of is going to be one particle, one compound, one thing. I don't know what else to say. So let's look at some examples. Looking at chromium. So if you recall our notes that we took, we said that an element is anything from the periodic table. It's going to have one capital letter, and that's exactly what we have here. If you studied your first 30 elements, then you would know that chromium is one of those first 30. Not only that, but I see one capital letter right here, the C, and therefore I know that that for sure is a pure substance. And even more than that, I know that it is an element. So elements, super easy to identify because they are literally on the periodic table. Just look at their symbol, one capital letter, boom, done. I'm going to look for another pure substance here. Or well, I guess not. Let's just move on to the next one. So next we have Chex Mix. Think about Chex Mix. Is that a pure substance? Name what's in Chex Mix. If you can name ingredients of something, it is not pure. Chex Mix is made of Chex cereal and sugar and pretzels and salt, and I don't even know. I don't eat Chex Mix, but there's a lot of stuff in it, and I can name those things. And so if you can name more than one ingredient, then it has to be a mixture. So I'm going to go right here. That is 100% a mixture. And then we want to go a little bit further and say, what kind of mixture is it? Well, I need to ask myself, can I see the different pieces or can I not? Well, when I'm looking at a bowl of Chex Mix, can you physically with your eyeballs see the pretzels and the cereal and the sugar and the salt? Yeah, you sure can. So I suppose that would be a heterogeneous mixture. I can see the different pieces. All right, next, salt and pure water. Notice that word in there. What did I say? And. Salt and pure water. So I have two things mixed together, not touching. See this plus sign right here, that space sign? This NaCl, that's a compound. This H2O, that's a compound. And they are mixed together, hence the and sign. So we have salt and pure water mixed together. So it's obviously a mixture, right? And then is it homogeneous or heterogeneous? Well, if you look at a cup of water, can you tell if it's salt water or just plain water? No, it looks the same. It just looks like water. Sugar water, salt water, it dissolves. When things dissolve, you can't see them anymore. So we're going to say that this guy is homogeneous or homogeneous. Because we cannot see the different pieces, but we know they're there. We can physically separate them. How? Well, we can just boil off the pure water and the salt's going to be left behind. All right. So now here we have benzene. It's pronounced benzene, and I drew it for you because it's so cute. And the reason why I drew it is because you might not know that benzene is a combination of 6 carbons and 6 hydrogens. They make this nice aromatic ring here with resonating electron bonds. It's fabulous. It's so fun. But the main thing here is this. Do you see any and signs? Can you name the ingredients of benzene? It's not carbon and hydrogen anymore. No, they are bonded together to make the thing benzene. It is one thing, and so it is a pure substance. Now, the second question, I guess, here is it an element or is it a compound? Well, do you see more than one element? I do. I see carbon and hydrogen. Maybe you didn't know that C and H were carbon and hydrogen. Do you see more than one capital letter? You do. You see one capital C and one capital H, and that means that it is a compound. Compound. And not just a lonely single element. So that's, an example of each of the 4 different kinds of things that you'll see, how to break it down, what to look for. And, it's a lot of visualizing. Picture in your head this thing and name what you know about it or list the things you know about it. And that's really going to help you on the quiz on Friday. Okay. Thanks, guys. Oh, and this answer key is in your notebook in the content library. So make sure you check it. Okay. Bye.